And Steve Harvey, I heard about your book. I'm proud of your success, but your look. Better stop telling people that
tell Steve Harvey one thing I never seen was a lead.
Been so many stories that have been made up about me. I've heard I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely.
And Lori Harvey, they're heating things up in Italy.
Notice her arm is on the back of his chair.
Lori Harvey is getting dragged again over her dating history, and people are bringing up some messy old receipts from Future's lyrics about Lori and her dad, Steve Harvey, along with an old Katt Williams clip where he went in on Steve for allegedly letting his wife and daughter move a certain way in the industry. All of this kicked off after Lori's ex, Michael B. Jordan, won an Oscar, and the internet instantly lit up saying she fumbled the bag with MBJ. Then, out of nowhere, that Katt Williams clip resurfaced where he's basically roasting Steve Harvey and talking reckless. Now the speculation is getting even uglier, with people claiming Lori moves the way she moves because her parents supposedly coached her to chase high-status men. And now some are even calling her an industry pass-around, saying Steve and Marjorie knew exactly what they were doing.
Now, what your non-negotiables are, never waver on them. And if also just not being afraid to walk away from something that is not fulfilling you, making you happy.
So Lori Harvey's most high-profile ex, Michael B. Jordan, has officially entered full Hollywood royalty territory after winning the Oscar for Best Lead Actor for his role in Sinners. And now he's being looked at as one of the biggest leading men in the entire industry. And you already know what the internet did next. They immediately turned around and started coming for Lori. Because let's not forget, this is the same woman who walked away from that relationship right when people thought Michael was ready to put a ring on it. So now folks are in her comments asking, what exactly are you looking for if Michael B. Jordan wasn't good enough? But at the same time, some people are defending Lori and saying she was only 25 when they were together, while Michael was 35, so maybe she just wasn't ready to settle down and play wife that early. On the other hand, you've got people bringing up Lori's dating history and saying she doesn't really practice what she preaches, because Lori is always out here talking about Steve Harvey's dating advice, pushing that whole "you are the prize" mindset like she's living by some rulebook, but then her relationship choices always end up sparking controversy and making people question if she's actually following the same standards she keeps preaching.
Just remember that you're the prize always.
Say that one more time.
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yes.
That's like his golden slogan for me.
Yeah. And what does that mean for you in relationships when you're like, I'm the prize? What does that mean?
It just means not compromising like my values, my happiness, my peace, not settling for less than what I know I deserve, and not being afraid to walk away from the situation if it's like no longer safe.
Lori really sat on all those interview couches preaching that her stepdad taught her to never chase, never settle, and always pick a man who understands her worth, a high-value man, a man who brings peace and all that. And don't get me wrong, it sounds cute on paper, but then you look at her real dating history and it starts getting confusing. Because how are you going to push the "I'm the prize" agenda and then turn around and link up with Future? The same Future who has more baby mamas than hit singles. That man is literally chaos in human form. Not peace, not stability, not high value, nothing Steve Harvey was talking about. And Lori knew that, everybody knew that, yet she still chose him. And that's why people say she seems more attracted to men for the streets than the ones who actually want to settle down. The second it came out she was messing with Future, most people already knew it wasn't going to end in a fairy tale. Lori and Future officially made things public when Future posted a picture of her and captioned it "flawless." And they weren't even trying to hide it either. Lori was flexing hard when Future filled an entire house with roses for Valentine's Day, then took her on a private jet trip to Jamaica for her birthday. They even reportedly moved in together in Los Angeles around January 2020 and were popping out supporting each other at events, including that concert in Nigeria. But just a few months later, it all fell apart, and both of them quietly wiped each other off social media like the relationship never happened. And then Future did what Future always does. He started throwing shots in his music. But he didn't just diss Lori, he dissed Steve Harvey too. On 42 Doug's song Maybach, Future claimed Lori begged him not to leave, and then he dropped that line, "Magic City on the owner, tell Steve Harvey I don't want her." And after Steve spent years building Lori up as the prize, Future basically laughed at the whole thing and said, "Keep your prize." And Lori just had to sit there and take it. No clap back, no response, nothing. She simply unfollowed him, kept it moving, and soft-launched the next relationship. And that next relationship was Michael B. Jordan, which is what makes it even crazier. Because after Future publicly embarrassed her, MBJ still looked at her like she was wife material. Michael was talking about settling down, building a future, starting a family, but Lori clearly wasn't ready for that type of life because she ended up leaving him after about a year and a half. So people are like, how do you go from getting played in public by Future to having Michael B. Jordan wanting to lock you down and you still fumble the bag? And then we get to Diddy. Because if Future is red flag number 1, Diddy is a whole warning label. Rumors about Lori and Diddy started flying in early 2019, just months after Kim Porter passed away. In March 2019, Lori and Diddy were spotted at a reggae festival in Miami together, and the footage started going viral fast. Lori's team quickly ran to TMZ to deny anything romantic, but the problem is they kept getting seen together. From Miami to late-night walks in New York, the sightings didn't stop. Eventually, a source close to Lori told Hollywood Life that she and Diddy got closer after Kim's death because Lori was close to Kim too, and she was grieving as well. The source basically painted it like Lori was comforting him and helping him through the darkest time of his life, saying she made him smile and brought light back into his world. But the thing is, it still looked strange to a lot of people. Because how are you grieving the hardest time of your life, but you have enough energy to hit festivals and then pop up at an Atlanta strip club making it rain all night with Lori? Sure, people grieve differently, but that situation had folks side-eyeing everything. And it gets even messier because there were also rumors that Lori had allegedly been linked to Diddy's son, Justin Combs, before the Diddy rumors went public. Now, to be fair, there's no solid proof she ever dated Justin. People mainly ran with it because they were seen at the same events, but she was never publicly affectionate with Justin the way she was with Diddy. And what's even more interesting is that in January, when Lori started dating Damson Idris, she did an interview with E! News where she strongly denied dating the father-son duo, but technically she never directly denied dating only the father.
So many things get written about you in the press, but I've always wanted to know, what is like the biggest misconception about who Lori Harvey is?
It's so funny because I'm so quiet.
Yeah.
There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. I've heard I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not true.
Now here's the crazy part. E! News has apparently deleted that interview from their official YouTube channel, and now you can only find short clips floating around on social media. So it's honestly starting to look like somebody's PR team is working overtime to make the public forget that Lori ever dated Diddy. And it wasn't even just some quiet rumor either, because not only was she linked to him, but her parents Steve and Marjorie allegedly gave their full blessing. Back in August 2019, Lori and her parents even took a trip to Italy with Diddy, and she was all over him during a family dinner. Now I'm sorry, but what kind of father goes on vacation and watches his 22-year-old daughter entertain a 50-year-old man? And not just any man, but someone with one of the most controversial reputations in the industry. But here's where it gets even stranger. Rumors are now spreading that Lori had some type of girlfriend contract with Diddy, and allegedly Steve Harvey himself helped set it up. And now people are resurfacing that old Katt Williams freestyle where he was warning everybody about both Steve and Diddy.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah? And Steve Harvey, I heard about your book. I'm proud of your success, but nigga, look. Better stop telling people the lies before you be somewhere and meet one of my guys. You see, when I'm around, them is polite and gentlemen. Be alone, they be all hyped up on Ritalin. And if I ain't there to hold them back, them be anxious to get it and they be wearing stuff over their face. The cameras who's hitting them. You don't want to play football with me, Harvey. I'm blitzing them. And I ain't gotta call no plays when I audible. I say, get it to him. And you'll be laying there on your backside. They call it a concussion, but for you, it'll just feel like, get in them. And I'll be standing over your body, pulling off your helmet, telling these niggas it is limbs.
As for the rumors about Steve allegedly giving Lori to Diddy, some fans are even claiming that Steve owed Diddy a favor or a debt, which supposedly explains how Lori and Diddy ended up together. And honestly, that makes it feel even worse. Let's also not forget that Diddy has known Steve Harvey since the late 90s or early 2000s, meaning he actually knew Lori before she was even 10 years old, while he was already a grown man in his mid to late 30s. And somehow, Steve still approved of dating her? That's creepy AF. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about all this chatter surrounding Lori's dating life? Did she really fumble the bag with Michael B. Jordan? And what's your take on this whole Diddy and Steve Harvey situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned for the next video.